Hi, my name is Terry Stires. The reason for this video is to discuss the online community that I designed for my iCOM 210 class at Ball State University. The problem that I was solving with this online community is the leading of our youth. We were looking for, as you can see on the Leading the Youth forums, information about events, fundraisers, literature, or community projects that the youth could get involved with. To help them at a younger age to learn how to become adults of tomorrow. As I started off designing this site, I thought of Glider's man-computer symbiosis. The computer needs to work on the man's behest and behalf. With this being known, then we can do that. Use this that we can make better decisions based on the information that we were receiving from the other people of the community. One of the other things that I was thinking about when designing the site that we learned in the class was the strength of weak ties, how to foster those weak ties to make bridges between the networks, therefore getting more information that is needed to help these youth. With strong ties, we're not going to get as much information, because with strong ties the people are more like each other and they have the same likes, therefore would probably not get the information that we would need otherwise if we would use the weak ties. I also was thinking about Bartel's MUDs, the grievers, achievers, explorers, and socializers, how I could balance those out in the site so one would not control the other. With the griefers, I consider the griefers the spammers, which I soon found out were all over my site. So what I did is I put a registration on there, approver, that I had to approve everyone that registered, that wanted to be on the site. If I thought that they were a spammer, then I could deny them to join the site. A few of the things I put on the site for the Explorer was the profile. If you go to your members section and you look on, you can click on any person and you can see that they have a profile, and they can look at their profile and get a little better idea of who that person is. Also put on a A.B. White photo gallery. If you want to explore, they can look at the pictures and see what's going on with our youth at the church that I attend. I also included an About page for the Explorer. They can go to the About page and they can read what our purpose is for this site, and just get a better feel of what this is all about. With the socializer, I do have an events calendar. If you go up to events and hit view calendar, then they can view the events that are going on and socialize that way. And they can also, with the forums that I have, if you go to the events forum, and you can see that there's one right here, and then if you click on that, you can or here it's you can't do that because you have to actually be logged in to do it. But you can, on here you can comment on a person's post that they put on there. That way the socializers can talk to that person, and they could talk to each other. I had a little harder time with the achiever, how the achiever was going to come into this site. I believe the one way the achiever could do is there is a lot of different forums that they can discuss and put their input into, and one way would be that they could see how much information they could put in different than some of the other members of the community. And one of the last things I did think about when I was doing the site was I was um, recalling Kim's things that you need to think about, which like persistent identity, manage events, and nurturing rituals. The persistent identity, I'll show you. I have to log in. I should have done this earlier. I log in, and up here, it says Howdy Terry, S-Twin1. Right here is your profile. This is how we can have a persistent identity. It has my profile, has activity notifications, if there's any groups, forums that they talked about. Gives a little bit of background. So that's one week I used the persistent identity. Managing events. Well, the way I managed events is first I showed you the calendar that I have up there, and also also as far as managing things, I've managed who comes into this community and who doesn't. I would like for as many people to join the community, but I don't want the griefers to come in and outweigh the other people that are trying to do good things for the youth. One more thing I did use for the site that I really can't show you on a screenshot right now was we discussed the Google Analytics. I did put this on my site, and I have not really dove into it totally, but I have been getting information back about who is visiting the site. Using this information, I can better my site to grasp more of those people, to grow the community, so we can get more information and become better equipped to make the decisions that we need to make to help our youth. Now we go back to the home page. I'm going to discuss at least one of the strengths that I think that the site has. I think one of the strengths that this site does have is the way it is laid out. I believe that I used pretty good use of white space to divide the areas up on the home page and on the other pages as well. And if you go to the About page, use of white space here too. It's all laid out pretty simple. The person using the site doesn't really have to think a whole lot about where they're going, what they need to do. There is the home button, which will take them all the way back to the beginning if they do get lost on this site. Has the widgets, the calendar, who's online, gives them more information, what they can see, who the members are, they can do the news or who's active. Down at the bottom, it does have upcoming events, so you can see without going directly to the calendar. They have the events that upcoming, and then you can view all the events. And one of the weaknesses of this site that I was unaware of and really didn't think about it until I had a discussion with my professor was I was using the blogs and trying to get the information from the people that were going to be in the community, not realizing that the information, someone wanted to put some information about a literature that they were had done a year ago. It would be almost impossible to find that information. So one of the plugins I used was a form plugin to create these forms in categories, so if someone wanted to know just about an event, they could go to that event and find that event quicker, more easily. Therefore, I'm using the computer to work for us instead of us trying to work through the computer to find the information. It's going to find the information for us. My one main concern about this design is not really the design, but is how to get the people involved in the community, how to get those weak ties how to promote this site so we can get those weak ties in here to get the information and the knowledge that we need to become better leaders for our youth, so we can teach them how to become adults of the future, and because they are our future. And my hope is that this community, I know it'll start out small, but I hope it grows and grows into a community that a lot of people will want to join, want to use, because they are excited about the youth, excited about all youth, not just the youth at their church, but youth all around the United States and the world, and hopefully they can use this information to better themselves so that they can lead the youth of today, as I said before, and lead them now and into the future, and hopefully that the youth that we touch, that they can come back to us and then teach the youth of the future also.